Welcome to the Shin, your gateway to discovering the hidden narratives shaping our world. While New York City dazzles with its iconic skyscrapers, vibrant streets, and unparalleled cultural diversity, there's a deeper story beneath the surface. Amidst the glamour lies a harsh truth often invisible to tourists: homelessness. In this video, we'll guide you beyond the city's bright lights and into the daily battles faced by thousands of New Yorkers. Join us as we unpack this pressing issue and amplify voices that deserve to be heard. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Shin channel. Your support empowers us to share compelling stories like these and drive meaningful change. The reality of homelessness in New York City. New York City, one of the wealthiest and most influential metropolises in the world, stands as a paradox. Despite its reputation as a land of opportunity, it harbors one of the largest homeless populations in the United States. As of 2023, over 60,000 people, including more than 20,000 children, spent their nights in shelters. This number doesn't account for the countless individuals living on the streets, in subway stations, or other unstable environments. What fuels such a crisis in a city celebrated for its innovation and prosperity? The answers lie in a complex web of economic, social, and systemic challenges. Skyrocketing housing costs are a primary culprit. With the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan surpassing $4,000 per month, stable housing remains out of reach for many. Even those working full-time jobs or living paycheck to paycheck struggle to cover basic expenses. Adding to this strain is the city's chronic shortage of affordable housing. While programs exist to combat the deficit, demand continues to dwarf supply, leaving thousands without viable options. This raises a critical question: how can a city renowned for its ingenuity and resilience address such an entrenched issue? Behind the glittering skyline lies a story of inequity that demands urgent solutions. Stories from the streets. Behind every statistic lies a deeply human story. Take John, for example, a former construction worker who lost his livelihood after a workplace injury. With no safety net to fall back on, he soon found himself navigating shelters and searching for ways to rebuild his life. Then there's Maria, a single mother of two, tirelessly working two jobs to provide for her family. Despite her relentless efforts, she's unable to secure stable housing, forcing her and her children to move from one shelter to another. The constant instability takes a toll on her mental health, while her children struggle with disrupted education and emotional stress. These stories reveal a critical truth: homelessness is rarely caused by a single misstep. Instead, it often stems from a cascade of life-altering events: job loss, medical emergencies, or the crushing burden of unaffordable rent. As you watch this documentary, ask yourself, what would you do if you lost your income tomorrow? It's not just individuals like John and Maria who face these struggles. Entire families, veterans, and even the elderly are increasingly vulnerable. Take David, a retired teacher who lived a stable life until a serious illness and mounting medical bills depleted his savings. His modest pension couldn't cover both rent and treatments, forcing him to seek help from shelters and charities. Despite the profound impact on his dignity, David clings to hope for a chance to regain independence. On another front is Lisa, a young woman who aged out of the foster care system at 18. With no support network, she found it nearly impossible to secure a job or stable housing. Her nights are spent on park benches, and her days consumed by the search for food and safety. Yet, Lisa dreams of going to college and breaking free from the cycle of poverty. These stories underscore the systemic nature of homelessness. Many fall through gaps in the system that could have been bridged with better policies and accessible resources. In cities, skyrocketing rents displace countless families, while even full-time minimum wage workers can't afford basic living expenses. Mental health challenges, often untreated due to a lack of healthcare access, worsen the cycle. Addiction, both a cause and consequence of homelessness, adds another layer of complexity. Communities play a pivotal role in either mitigating or exacerbating homelessness. In neighborhoods with robust social safety nets and charitable organizations, individuals have a better shot at recovery. Conversely, areas with limited resources or stigmatization make the road to stability even steeper. This documentary doesn't just spotlight despair, it highlights resilience. It's about people who fight against the odds, advocates who dedicate their lives to support, and innovative programs that are making a difference. For example, Housing First initiatives have demonstrated that providing stable shelter as a foundation significantly improves long-term outcomes. As you journey through these narratives, remember, homelessness is not an identity, it's a circumstance. It could happen to anyone, including you or someone you love. Let these stories ignite compassion and inspire action. What kind of community do you want to help create? And how can you contribute to ensuring that no one is left without a place to call home? Challenges faced by the homeless population. Homelessness goes far beyond the lack of a roof over one's head. It's a complex crisis that profoundly impacts mental health, physical well-being, and personal safety. In New York City, nearly 1/3 of homeless adults suffer from severe mental health conditions, such as schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. Without reliable access to healthcare, these illnesses often remain untreated, progressively worsening and further complicating their lives. Physical health challenges are also rampant among the homeless. Chronic diseases, untreated injuries, and the harsh realities of living on the streets take a significant toll. Malnutrition is another pervasive issue, as access to nutritious and consistent meals is limited. Many rely on soup kitchens or food donations, which often fall short of meeting their dietary needs. Substance abuse frequently intersects with homelessness, adding another layer of complexity. For some, drugs or alcohol become a coping mechanism in the face of relentless hardship, creating a cycle that's difficult to escape. These challenges highlight the multifaceted nature of homelessness, an issue that demands holistic solutions addressing not just shelter, but also healthcare, nutrition, and support for mental health and addiction recovery. Safety concerns. For many, homelessness is a cycle that's nearly impossible to escape without proper rehabilitation programs and robust support systems. This challenge is compounded by the fact that homeless individuals are particularly vulnerable to violence. Women and LGBTQ+ individuals face disproportionately high risks of assault, both on the streets and within shelters. Reports of theft, physical assault, and sexual harassment are alarmingly frequent, making personal safety a daily struggle. In many cases, the fear of violence even deters individuals from seeking shelter, leaving them exposed to the dangers of sleeping in public spaces. Youth and the elderly face unique safety challenges. Young people, often inexperienced and unprepared for life on the streets, are especially susceptible to exploitation. Similarly, elderly individuals, with diminished physical strength and mobility, find it difficult to protect themselves or seek help when needed. These sobering realities raise a critical question. What can society do to ensure the safety and dignity of its most vulnerable members? Effective solutions include better shelter management practices, heightened public awareness, and stronger community support systems. Collaboration is key. Government agencies, nonprofits, and local communities must work together to create lasting change. By providing not only shelter, but also security and hope, we can take meaningful steps toward safeguarding those who need it most. The contributions of nonprofits. When city services fall short, nonprofits and community organizations step in to fill the gaps. Groups like the Coalition for the Homeless and Bowery Mission go beyond providing shelter. They offer meals, job training, and mental health support, adopting a more holistic approach to tackling homelessness. These organizations aim to empower individuals, helping them regain stability and independence. Some have even pioneered innovative solutions, such as mobile healthcare units, that bring essential services directly to those in need. Transitional housing programs also play a critical role, offering tailored support to meet the unique needs of various demographics. As we explore this vital aspect in our travel documentary, it's worth considering the power of collaboration. Could a stronger partnership between government agencies and nonprofits lead to more sustainable solutions? By combining resources, expertise, and grassroots outreach, such alliances have the potential to bridge gaps in the current system and create lasting change. Government policies and their impact. Government efforts to address homelessness in New York City have seen mixed results. On one hand, initiatives like increased funding for affordable housing and eviction prevention programs offer hope to those in need. On the other hand, critics argue that these measures often fail to tackle the root causes of the crisis. Rent stabilization laws and housing subsidies provide some relief, but they fall short of meeting the immense scale of the problem. Meanwhile, the practice of sweeping homeless encampments to relocate individuals into shelters has been widely criticized as both inhumane and ineffective, often displacing people without addressing their underlying needs. To create lasting change, a multifaceted approach is crucial. This includes substantial investments in affordable housing, expanded access to healthcare services, and robust job training programs. Only by addressing these interconnected issues can we begin to make meaningful progress toward reducing homelessness and providing stability for those affected. Personal accounts and human resilience. Amid the challenges of homelessness, the resilience of individuals shines as a beacon of hope. Informal community support networks often play a pivotal role in fostering strength. Families or groups of homeless individuals band together, sharing resources and offering emotional support. These makeshift communities not only provide practical aid, but also help restore a sense of belonging, something that is often lost in the isolating reality of homelessness. Resilience is also found in the ability to embrace small victories. Take Sarah, for instance, who transformed her life through a local gardening program. By employing homeless individuals, the program gave Sarah a steady income and an opportunity to reconnect with her sense of pride and productivity. Similarly, initiatives like Streetwise empower individuals by providing income opportunities through selling newspapers. Participants often describe how earning even a modest income restores their dignity and self-worth, acting as a stepping stone toward rebuilding their lives. These stories of empowerment remind us of the human capacity to overcome adversity. Behind every statistic is a person, a story waiting for the right support to reclaim their place in the world. By amplifying these narratives, we can better understand the transformative power of compassion, opportunity, and resilience. How travelers can engage. Homelessness is a powerful testament to the unyielding spirit of humanity, and as travelers, you have an important role to play in making a difference. The first step is awareness, acknowledging the harsh realities of homelessness and treating those affected with dignity. Simple acts of kindness can go a long way. Donating to local organizations or volunteering at soup kitchens can help create meaningful change. Even small gestures, like buying a meal for someone in need or offering a smile and a conversation, can uplift a person's day and remind them of their worth. Engaging with the social issues of a destination enriches your travel experience. While travel documentaries often highlight a place's beauty and history, understanding its social dynamics adds depth and perspective. In New York City, for example, the towering skyscrapers and vibrant culture stand in stark contrast to the struggles of its homeless population. Learning about these challenges fosters empathy and inspires action. It transforms your trip from a sightseeing adventure into a deeper exploration of human connection. By interacting with local nonprofits or attending community events focused on homelessness, you can become part of the solution, even in small ways. How does learning about homelessness change your perspective on the city? Perhaps it reveals a deeper understanding of resilience, inequality, and our collective responsibility as global citizens. Your travel journey can be a powerful force for positive change. A glimpse into the future. The fight against homelessness in New York City will require a collaborative, multi-pronged approach. Expanding affordable housing, improving access to mental health services, and developing comprehensive job training programs are crucial steps in addressing the crisis. Grassroots initiatives and public-private partnerships must also play a vital role in driving lasting change. Looking ahead, our next travel documentary will explore how cities around the world are tackling homelessness. These global explorations will provide valuable insights and potential solutions that can be applied to New York City. Stay tuned as we continue uncovering stories that matter. If you found this documentary thought-provoking and informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your engagement helps us reach a broader audience and share these critical stories. What topics would you like us to explore next? Let us know in the comments below. Homelessness in New York City is a deeply complex issue shaped by economic pressures, systemic failures, and individual circumstances. Yet, it also reveals the resilience and humanity of those affected. Through awareness, empathy, and action, we can all play a role in addressing this challenge. At the Shin, our mission is to shed light on untold stories and inspire meaningful conversations. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, stay curious, stay compassionate, and keep exploring.